Hey guys, I'm PsyHakai, but you could just call me Psy. There are going to be a video for each category. So AR, sidearm, shotgun, SMG, sniper. So if you're interested in any of those, there'll be a link in the description down below if you want to check out those. But anyways, let's get into what we're doing today. Now that you know about the other videos, let's get into today's video. Today, we're doing assault rifles. Starting with a tier 1 AR, the attachments I have selected are 5, 6, and 8. So mainly, the attachments kind of surround number 5, which is basically nicknamed the infinite mag, because as long as you keep getting kills, you'll keep getting bullets. It refills 10 rounds in the magazine every second kill. You still need 2. But because you're continually firing, having a 7% improved stability, even though the gun already has great stability, it's always great, especially with the infinite mag attachment. Having a little bit more stability helps a lot. And so does having a sight you prefer. There are other sights which also increase range, but I would much rather have a wide range scope that gives me a general idea of where everybody is. So, you know, not super far away. And it also improves my my movement. Not really all that interested in that, mainly because it's an AR. Your movement's going to be slow regardless. You shouldn't really rely on it. Second one being the tier 2 AR. The attachments I have selected are 2, 8, and 10. Now I chose this because I don't prefer having a large mag for like the number 5 attachment, and the 7 is kind of throwing. Target piercing is great, but it really shouldn't replace other options. So with in mind that I don't like a bigger mag, I should be able to kill with 30 bullets anyways, especially with the damage it produces. I chose the number 2 attachment. The first 3 shots of the magazine. So not each burst that you make, but the first 3 shots of the magazine has really significant stability. Not the absolute best attachment I could have on here, but already knowing that I don't like a big mag, having a faster reload time is much better. And to continue stability, I also have 10 and my preferred sight 8, which also gives me faster aiming down sights, which is a big plus. But another attachment you could have if you do prefer range rather than stability, instead of having 8, you could also have 4, which is giving you 15% increased effective range, which is more damage further out. If you want further kills, you could take that over comfortability, essentially. Next is the tier 3 AR. I don't like a lot of scummy guns, and this is one of them, but I will still regretfully tell you the best attachments I have for them. The attachments I chose for this AR is 1, 5, and 6. 1 giving me 50% effective range, so more damage further out, always nice. And then these two go hand in hand, 5 and 6. 5 gives me automatic fire from the hip. So if I'm scoped in, it's the burst, but if I am not ADSing and I'm just standing there, I could hold the trigger and it keeps going. Yes, my hip fire accuracy is going to be really bad, but that's where 6 comes in. 15% increased hip fire accuracy and 10% increased reload speed, which is great. I love reload speed increases or decrease, whatever. I like faster reloads. But these two go hand in hand. If you're close up anyways, your accuracy doesn't matter too much unless it is absurdly bad. But the reason why I went for this over most of them is I went for a close range overpoweredness and a long range overpoweredness. Mid range is kind of going to be the weakness for this. But I mean, the better player you are, the more it really doesn't matter. So yeah, I opted out for a wide variety of fast kills. If they're too close, they get annihilated from my rapid fire. where I don't have to burst fire people, and the long range, which is just the gun itself is a long range rifle at this point. Next is the tier 4 AR. This one's said to be the worst, but honestly, people harp on it too much, in my opinion. But just to increase it overall, I chose 1, 10, and 11. Really, these other attachments could help, like 7. It's not a big deal. It already has great hip fire, so increasing it only by 15. Like, look how small that bar is. It's not that much. And just so everyone knows, accuracy is hip fire. Stability is ADS, like recoil control. Just for the rest of the video, that's something you guys should know. So it already has great hip fire. I don't need to make it any better, and it doesn't do much anyways if I did. So I did the overall buff, which is increased damage beyond the effective range and increased effective range. So essentially making it a very long range beam, because it does have great stability. Even though the stats don't show it all that well, it really is stable. And just because there really weren't any other great attachments, I chose number 10 for 10% improved weapon stability, which it already had great stability. And without the magazine that I chose, the level 10 attachment, level 11, it would be 25 bullets, which is so, for an AR especially, the RPM difference of an SMG would way outclass you. So I wanted to have more bullets. This is one of the few occasions you'll see me choose a bigger mag over a fast reloading mag. So yes, overall 1, 10, and 11 just makes this gun a little bit better. Next is the tier 5 AR. This thing is a beast on its own, but I also, again, just did an overall buff with a little bit more range. Some of these are way too specific. Me personally, I prefer an overall boost of permanence than a slight boost for a duration. For instance, the level 2 refills 10 rounds in a magazine upon a slide kill. I don't trust hip fire, and I will not slide into a fight unless I'm using an SMG. I'm not going to do it with an AR. So the level 2 attachment isn't a throw, but it's not something I want to risk my gameplay for. So I chose 4, 10, and 11. 4 being increased damage beyond the effective range and 10% increased effective range. Essentially 20% better range and damage. And then 10 and 11, which is improved weapon stability during continuous shooting, which is great if you're using this gun, because this gun is practically a beamer at any range. Its stability is great. Again, doesn't show it, but it does beam at pretty much every range. I think it's a bug though. They might fix it. Who knows? Don't quote me on that. This might change. But this is still a great attachment. Continuous shooting, great. Good. And of course, you'll see me with a 50% increased reload speed. Prefer that over anything else. And like I said, a lot of these guns are kind of way too specific. Hip fire accuracy, I'm not going to hip fire with an AR. So if you want something more of a speed demon, you could choose 7, 8, and 11. 7 being 20% faster sprint to fire transition. 8 being the closer range one with some slight movement buff. And 11 being the fast reload. So if you're not looking to beam, but you're looking to be overall faster with this gun, 7, 8, and 11 is a great pick. Okay, so this last one's going to be a little weird. It's the tier 6 AR, or the Season Charlie gun, the A7 Ghost. It's not good. It's not bad. It's not even like right in the middle, like decent. It has its lows and its highs, kind of. The damage and the range are pretty good. Its recoil isn't bad. It's not terrible. It's easy to deal with for the most part. Overall, it's clunky and slow. especially with like the RPM. So in order to counter slow aspects, I decided to pick fast attachments. So instead of making its range better and its damage better, I decided to just make it faster. So I chose 3, 4, and 11. 3, giving 15% faster aiming down sights, and 10% improved weapon stability. Always great to have that. Obviously a faster mag, because if you play your cards right, especially with an AR, you take cover in the right places, you can do a lot more damage reloading than you would having a bigger mag. And lastly, there's the level 11 attachment. I know I said I went for speed, but I do overall like this sight over the number 2 attachment, which is 10% faster sprint to fire transition, more stability, which is nice, but it's still an AR, so I do want some range. So I went for the 15% increased effective range while aiming with a bigger magnification. So yeah, that in that regard, I didn't go all speed, but it is a much better choice in my opinion. If you do want to have a better damage based A7 Ghost, you could go for the 1, 6, 11, which is what I used to have it at. Actually, I used to have it at 1, 4, 11, but that's just me. The reload wasn't too bad, but I do like a faster reload. But yeah, the 10% effective range and the 10% increased accuracy, which is hip fire really, so it's not that great, but it's still 10%. And then the 15% increased precision damage, which that was nice, with of course the better sight. So yeah, there's the speed one, 3 and 4, or the damage one, which is 1 and 6. Okay, that's all for today. Tell me what you thought. Tell me if you had other opinions, or that you saw a gun in a new light. But leave down in the comments down below what you think, and please watch the other videos if you're still interested. And I'll see you in the next one.